Thursday, Thursdays, we're going to do math. So you're either going to work in your math book or you're going to rip the pages out like you did yesterday. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over page 681. We measured number 3 and 4 together. Remember, it was asking us to use cubes, so I said to just cut out the cubes from page 680, I believe it was. So you had cut out cubes yesterday, and we measured the tape dispenser and the glue stick together, and your job was to measure the calculator across the bottom, which was how long it was, and across the side, which was how tall it was, using your cubes. So let's double check what you got. So when I lined up my cubes across it, here's the third cube here. So I felt like it was really only about 2 cubes long. So I wrote it was 2 cubes long here. If you ended up with 3, that's okay. If you ended up with 4, 4 is way too many. So you want to change that. And then we went ahead and we did the side. And when I did the side, it looked like, again, it looked like 4 was too many. So I said it was 3 cubes tall. So 2 cubes long and 3 cubes tall. And then it asked the calculators how many more cubes tall than it is long. And it was 1 more cube, right? Because there was 1 more cube this way. When I went tall, I went 1, 2, 3 cubes. And when I went long, it was about closer to 1, 2 cubes, okay? So that made it the difference of 1 cube. And you could show that in a number equation or a subtraction sentence by doing 3 cubes tall minus 2 cubes long equals 1 more cube. All right, then Math Challenge Wednesday was the next page, 682. Again, we're hanging on to this little thing of cubes that we have to use since we don't have the cubes from the classroom. And it was just yes or no. It says, measure the length of the eraser. Can the eraser fit inside the box that is 4 cubes long? So here's my 4 cubes. And if I just went from this very end, can it fit in the box that's 4 cubes long? Yes, it can fit. I wrote this wrong. Yes, it can fit because it's only 3 cubes. I answered my questions wrong. Sorry, guys. And then this says, measure the length of the paintbrush. Can the paintbrush fit inside the case that is 5 cubes long? Yes or no? So look at, I look at here, and here's 4 cubes. And then if I move it over, it looks like it's 5. It looks like this is going to be 6 cubes. So this is a no. It cannot fit in one that is 5 cubes long, okay? So paintbrush was about 6 cubes long. If I started here at the tip, that was 4. And then I had to move it over some more. And it looked like I needed another 1, 2 cubes, which would make it 6 cubes. So it could not fit in something that was 5 cubes. And when I did my eraser again, it was 3 cubes, so it was a yes. It could fit into something that was 4 cubes. Let's look at 9 before we look at 8. Number 9 said, which is not the correct length of the marker? Choose all that apply. So they wanted to figure out which answers it was not. So let's first measure it and see about how long this marker is. So this is 4 cubes here. And if I keep my finger there and move my cubes, I say this marker is about 5 cubes. So if this marker is about 5 cubes, it cannot be 20 cubes. That's way too many, right? Look at here. Here's 4. And then if I did that, I'd keep going off my page. 10 cubes, again, would be way too many. If this is 4, and then another 4, it's going to be too many. And then 1 cube. If this was only 1 cube, that's not enough. So no to 20 cubes, no to 10 cubes, no to 1 cube. Those would be all the answers. It could not be, and it can only be 5 cubes. Then it asked you to find an object that looks like it could be about 10 cubes long. So I chose my colored pencil box here because I thought that might be about 10 cubes long. So it wanted me to measure how long it was and how tall it was. So when I went how long, I went across here and I said this was 4, and then probably 1 more cube would fit. So I said it was about 5 cubes long. and then I went along the side of it and I said it was like 4 again. And if I moved it, that would be another 4. So this one, and not quite 9. So it's about 5 cubes long and 8 cubes tall. And that was my pencil case. So I didn't get to 10 cubes. So I got to 8 going across this way, and I got to about 5 going across that way. And again, we're trying to do the best we can with our little paper cubes here. So just measure it the best you can. Today you are going to, in your math book, either rip out or turn to page 685. We're going to do page 685 together and page 686 together, and then we're going to be all done with math today. All right, so here we go. Let's read what it says. It says, use cubes to measure the length and the height of the poster. Tell whether the poster is longer or taller. All right, so this is our tall side going up and down, and this is our long side going across the bottom. So I'm going to take my paper cubes and I'm going to line them up on the line, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, not quite 4. So I'm going to say for the long side, it's about 3 cubes. Then I'm going to come over here to my tall side. It's definitely all 4 cubes. And then if I hold on to it, probably we can squeeze in 1 more cube. So I'm going to say it's about 5 cubes here. So the poster is blank, then it is blank. So this was less cubes, and that word was long, right? And this was 5 cubes, and that was tall. So the poster is taller than it is long. All right. So when you think of tall, think of when you're standing up tall, straight. Let's flip it over. Let's read our little hints, and we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 together. So this says you can measure objects to compare and order their length. So we've been doing this, right? Remember we put which one was the tallest, which one was the smallest. Same thing, which one's the longest, which one's the shortest. So the eraser is about 3 cubes long. The marker is about 6 cubes long. Now they are obviously using smaller cubes than we're using, because I'm only getting like 1 cube and I'm getting like 2 cubes, okay? So we're just gonna go with their little cubes here. Now it says the paintbrush is about 8 cubes long. The paintbrush is longer than the marker and the eraser, so that makes it the longest. The objects are in order from the longest to the shortest. Paintbrush, because it was 8, marker, because it was 6, and eraser, because it was 3. So we're going to look at the bookshelf now. It says the bookshelf, about how many cubes long? We're going to use our little paper cubes we have here, because that's going to be the best way to do it. And I'm going to say that our bookshelf is about 4 of our cutout blue cubes long. Now we're talking about the desk, and we do the same thing with the desk, and I'm going to say the desk is about 2 of our blue cutout cubes long. Now the blank is longer. All right, well, the bookshelf is longer, and it's 2 cubes longer. I can't fit all these words in here. It's 2 cubes longer because I know that 4 cubes minus 2 cubes equals 2 cubes. All right, how do you know which object is shorter? How do you know which object is longer? Well, we just did that. 4 is a bigger number, and I can see right here that my 4 cubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, is longer than my 2 cubes, my 1, 2 cubes here. So that's how I know. 4 cubes is more than 2 cubes. 4 is a bigger number. The bookshelf is longer. Okay, so thumbs up on that. Check that over. Take your little cubes here. Go around the house. See if you can guess how many cubes something is going to be before you measure it. And try to measure, I don't know, 3 or 4 things with your cubes today. and see if you can then put them in order from either the shortest to the tallest or the longest to the shortest, okay? And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, firsties.